You are watching the YouTube channel of Cricketnext, and my name is Akash Biswas. And today we will talk about the upcoming International League T20 of UAE. As we all know, UAE has been a breeding ground for T20 cricket, and now it's going to have a T20 league of its own. Sharjah Warriors, one of the participating teams that will be housing a number of star international players, and one of them is England's Chris Woakes. We welcome you, Chris, to our discussion. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. Thanks for having me on.
So, as I mentioned, that it's going to be the first ever T20 league of the UAE, and T20 leagues inaugural edition always exciting. So, how excited are you about it?
Yeah, I'm really excited about being a part of the Sharjah Warriors in the IL T20. Obviously, a new tournament, very exciting for everyone to be a part of this first edition. And yeah, really looking forward to seeing how it goes and hopefully performing well as a team. And obviously for myself as well, hopefully I can put in some strong performances for the team.
So you are there, your teammates, Moin Ali, David Malan, all are there. But apart from you three, there are going to be, a number of players from other countries and a plethora of local players as well. So when you go
Yes.
to such league, so how do you gel up with those kind of players? Those are obviously they are unknown, unseen to you guys. So how you gel up with them?
Yeah, I think it takes a little bit of time, obviously, to get to know everyone, to obviously get to know their personalities. And I think as a team, you obviously try and spend as much time with each other as possible when you first arrive. And obviously, in and around practice, you have a lot of discussions about what works for guys and what doesn't. And I think quite quickly you get to know them reasonably well. So, and a lot of the times, we've played against each other a lot. So it'd be nice to be a part of a team together for a change. And yeah, we're excited. So I'm really excited to get to meet everyone and hopefully, like you say, we can gel well as a team.
Yeah. So you are coming fresh from the T20 World Cup. Congratulations on being the world champions, guys.
Thank you.
You guys thrashed us like anything, that we cannot forget at all. But yeah, speaking about your, workload management, that's a term which we have been hearing quite a few
Yeah.
times in current scenario. You were there in the 29 ODI squad as well. Now you played the T20 World Cup as well, and now you are going to play, a freshly starting T20 league. So how do you manage your workload when when there is a vast international calendar is there ahead of you?
Yeah, it's something which you have to really think about nowadays as the modern cricketer. There's that much cricket to be played, and obviously international cricket as well in the schedule that you have to kind of pick and choose where you're going to be able to play, where you're going to get your rest. And I think more so as a fast bowler, you kind of just have to take those opportunities of rest if you can help it. Um, I'm obviously looking ahead at what's going to be hopefully a big year in 2023. There's obviously an Ashes series for England in the summer, followed by a World Cup towards the back end of the year. So, I still want to play as much cricket as possible for England. Um, and, you have to kind of unfortunately make these sacrifices, along the way. Just because if you try and play everything, I think you'll either one, get injured, two, burn yourself out, or you just won't quite be at your best. So that's how I've come to make those decisions. But obviously, this tournament in January hopefully will set me up nicely for the start of the year and get me into some cricket and get me in some good form.
Yeah, as you said about managing your routine, I mean managing your timetable. Now you recently skipped the Pakistan tour, and then I don't know why did you pull out of the upcoming IPL, because we really like you playing there. Yeah, as we heard, you are going to focus on the Ashes. So tell us about that. Was skipping IPL was something a big decision, or what does it make you take that decision?
Yeah, it's a very, very big decision because in an ideal world, I'd like to play. I'd love to play IPL and I'd love to play everything if possible. But that's just not the case, and that's not realistic. And unfortunately, something has to give somewhere. And I'd obviously committed to playing this tournament in January, which obviously I'm still keen to do, and obviously going to play for Sharjah in January, which hopefully sets me up for the start of the year. But the IPL is something which I've been to, experienced, loved it. It's an amazing tournament. You play against the best players in the world in India, which I love playing cricket in India. It's it's a fantastic place to play, and it's an amazing experience. But there is a big summer coming up as well. So that was something which I had to think about. I missed last summer through injury, and I didn't want the same thing to happen again. So, there's a lot of different factors that made me pull the reason. Obviously, giving myself the opportunity to hopefully be selected for the Ashes. I haven't played red ball cricket for a while, so that's also part of the reasoning. And also the part of being, I've been away a lot recently with the World Cup and not seeing my family. So the thought of going to India for 10 weeks and not seeing my family was part of that decision as well. So it's not just one sole reason. I think you have to kind of take in the whole picture and think what's best for you as an individual. So that's the decision which I made.
Well, we appreciate your decision and all the very best from our side. Since you are going to join the Sharjah Warriors next year, and we are also heading into a new year 2023. So, any new year resolutions for you before you join your new team?
I don't. I tend not to have New Year resolutions, but this year I think the one aim for myself will be to stay as fit as possible. So I'm going to try and do everything I can to make sure I stay on top of my knee rehab, keep it strong, and make sure that 2023 is hopefully a fit and healthy year for me when it comes to cricket point of view. So that's something which I'll look to focus on.
Well, in the Sharjah Warriors camp, you are there, and you also got two of your teammates in Moin Ali and Devin Malan. So,
Yes.
known faces are there around you. So, how easy it's going to be when it comes to, strategizing things when you go into the game?
Yeah, I think it's something which you have to, learn on your feet a little bit, especially in franchise tournaments. You are constantly going into teams where you don't know other players, so you're kind of relying on a little bit of, I suppose, just the way you feel going into games, not always looking at the data and things like that. But yeah, I think we're experienced cricketers, and we'll definitely think on our feet when we get out there, and hopefully that our experience will hold us in good stead going into this tournament.
Yeah. So, and I would like to congratulate you once again because recently Ben Stokes and his side beaten Pakistan 3-0 in their.
Yes.
And tell me, I just want to understand this terminology, the baseball phenomena. This has been trending ever since Brendan McCullum came on board. Ben Stokes got the captaincy of the Test team, and you guys are every time you are about to change the face of Test cricket. This is not that usual way of playing like we used to
Yeah.
follow or on the ground. Tell me something about that. What is so hurry about ending a test match within 2 or 3 days?
Yeah, it's incredible, isn't it? The way the Test team have gone about it recently. It's amazing to watch and see the way they've gone about it. Ben's leadership, obviously with Brendan as coach, they've completely changed the way the team are going to play. And they've had fantastic results, haven't they? To win 9 out of 10 games and to beat Pakistan 3-0 in Pakistan is an incredible achievement. So, it's great to watch. At some point there might be a game where it doesn't quite go to plan, but at the minute it seems to be going brilliantly, which is fantastic to see. The guys have really bought into it. And obviously the batsmen have played some fantastic cricket as well. But I think the standout for me is how the bowlers have managed to take 20 wickets in every test match. They've looked really good in conditions which are hard to bowl in. So an amazing achievement by the team. Really pleased to see that.